The latest polls are out, and Donald Trump, who watches these things very closely, has to be worried because the top-line numbers are grim for him. But do they tell the whole story? Is the Harris campaign popping champagne, or do they remember what happened to Hillary Clinton in 2016? I have the fascinating breakdown for you next. In today's story, I'll share the breaking news for you in 3 parts. First, the national poll, which is very bad news for Trump. Second, the caveat, which could give Trump hope for both the election and his plan B, election denialism. And 3, and most importantly, the Battleground States and Electoral College forecast. When I first began compiling this story for you, I thought I would be sharing the latest numbers, but as you're about to see, the story is so much more nuanced than just percentages. Let's begin with the most basic numbers of all, the national poll. And it's very bad news for Trump because for the first time, it falls outside the margin of error. Have a look at this MSNBC report.
A new ABC News Ipsos poll gives Kamala Harris a lead in a close race among likely voters, with the vice president currently ahead of Donald Trump, 52 to 46%, a 6-point difference that is outside the margin of error. The data came in before the apparent assassination attempt on former President Trump yesterday, but it's still only the second major poll to put Harris in the lead that it's outside the margin of error in the 2024 campaign cycle so far.
Again, outside of the margin of error, and that is significant as far as polling goes and cause for major concern at Mar-a-Lago. But as you know, our presidents are not elected via general elections, and that fact was painfully clear in 2016. And here's a reminder in the caveat that I mentioned that gives Trump some hope, and then I'll have the bombshell that is the Electoral College projections.
When do folks start looking at it and say, oh, it's a trend?
Right. Well, I think they need to be looking at the swing state polls rather than these national polls. I mean, that shouldn't be surprising because Biden and going back to 2016, Hillary Clinton won the national popular vote. It wasn't even close. Millions of votes you're talking about separated Trump and the Democratic nominees. I think what you're seeing in the swing states, what's becoming increasingly clear after even all of these big events, shootings, debates, that it remains very, very tight. And even though Kamala Harris had a debate, no one would question that she really, really cleaned up there. A one debate doesn't mean a one presidential election.
ABC had a poll out 4 years ago that had Donald Trump down 10 points. And he consistently is polling better both in battleground states and nationally when it comes to these polls.
So the election will not be decided by 50 states. It will be decided by just a few battleground states. And now for the real news. What impact does this latest polling have on the critical swing states and ultimately the Electoral College? This CNN report breaks it down for us.
Thanks to the founding fathers. This isn't a national election exactly, is it? All right, Harry, talk to us about what the states look like, the battleground states.
Yeah, so look, this is about the Electoral College, right? So let's take a look at the average margin. Nationally, Harris is ahead in the average poll by 2.5 points. But look in those 7 key battleground states, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Harris is only ahead by 0.3 points, John. So the bottom line is, in those 7 key battleground states, it's a significantly tighter race than it is nationally, John.
So Al Gore and Hillary Clinton are calling right now, Harry, asking what the chances are that Harris could win the popular vote but lose in the Electoral College.
Okay, so basically, you note that 2.5 point lead nationally here, right? Okay, Harris's chances if she wins the popular vote by 2 to 3 points, the chance she wins the Electoral College is only 53%. The bottom line is, once you have to get all the way north to about 3 to 4 points for Harris to have a clear chance, the clear majority chance of winning the Electoral College.
So that was a lot of math, but if you look at it critically, it's good news for Harris considering how far she's come in such a short amount of time. That's momentum, and it's concerning for Trump. But they're saying that polling is fluid and just for the day. The Harris campaign needs to get the number well beyond the margin of error, not just to guarantee the electoral win, but to shut down Trump's election denialism that is sure to follow a loss. And because she is very familiar with what happened to Hillary Clinton in 2016, I'll give Kamala Harris the final word. Watch as she shares why it's important to maintain the spirit of an underdog right up until November 5th.
But here's also the thing. thing. Ours will be a very tight race until the end, okay? It's going to be a tight race until the end, and we are the underdog. Understand that. We are the underdog. There are powerful forces trying to convince people that their vote doesn't matter. There are powerful forces here, too. But I say all that to say we've got some hard work ahead of us. But here's the thing I love about everybody here. We love hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is good work. And with your help, we will win in November. We will win.